Hello and welcome to today's video. A little while ago I did a quick look at the alchemy inks from Endless, and since then they've released some shimmer inks. So Pole Prediction were kind enough to provide me with samples of these inks for me to show you today. So we're going to start with them here on colouring cards. There is Dreams of Atlantis, which is a lovely tealy green with a red sheen and silvery blue looking shimmer. There's Magic Peach Fuzz, which is a sort of a vibrant orange with a, I think it might be a silvery kind of shimmer. Then there is Obsidian Sun, which is a nice dark black ink with a gold shimmer. And then we've got Candy Sea and Toffee, which is a beautiful blue ink modelled off the Candy Sea ink they have in their original lineup with red sheen and a gold shimmer. So these are colouring cards. You can see them here. I'm going to look at them on some other kinds of paper just to give you an idea of them, and then show a couple of little colour comparisons. So we'll start with them here on Rodeo. So this is the Endless Alchemy. They call them Stardust inks. We've got we've got Dreams of Atlantis here, which, as I said, is that lovely sort of tealy blue with the blue silver shimmer, which is absolutely stunning. These lights don't pick up the shimmer overly well, so there are other photos and things online of these inks and how they shimmer, but this will give you an idea of them. Magic Peach Fuzz here, once again that orange. We've got Obsidian Sun, which looks great on this paper, and then Candy Sea and Toffee. We're not getting quite as much sheen here obviously, but lots and lots of shimmer. Now I've written here that these are $39.95 Australian for the 45ml bottle from Pole Prediction. I'll link to their website down below. It's a great place to get these in Australia. But these are really interesting inks. They're unique, nice colours, and they've got nice properties. I'm not a massive shimmer ink guy in my own personal use, but I totally see why people love them. And things like Obsidian Sun and Candy Sea and Toffee, and also Dreams of Atlantis, I can see why they're going to be very popular. Now I have them here on classic Tomo River paper. This is the original 68 GSM Tomo River paper. So we've got Dreams of Atlantis looking absolutely stunning. The sheen has really come out there. And the shimmer looks really nice. Magic Peach Fuzz, it's a very light ink. The contrast between the color of the ink and the shimmer, is not that strong. It's very hard to pick up. It's very light. Then we've got Endless, we've got Obsidian Sun, once again. Lovely shiny black, like you can see, like there's like gloss on it, and then the shimmer, of course, and then Candy Sea and Toffee looks absolutely stunning here. There are a lot of these sort of inks coming out with these, very high sheening blues and things with shimmer. There's a couple of them on the market, and I think this is probably one of the most attractive that I've seen, sort of the combination of the three. Now, one thing I will say is that with any shimmer inks, there are some things to be aware of. Firstly, you don't want to let them dry out in your pens. They are particulates in the ink. So even if it's a dye-based ink, they have put particulates, these little bits of, shimmer material in the ink. And yes, they are safe for fountain pens in the short term. Please don't let them dry out in your pens. Please maintain your pen hygiene, and also you may want to avoid putting them in pens that are harder to clean. So I mean things like vac fillers or power fillers or your more vintagey sort of pens. If that is something that you are concerned about, just don't do it. I generally only put them in, if I do use them, I generally only put them in cartridge converter pens because they are easy to flush, they're easy to clean, and some of the converters you can take apart completely to give a proper flush through. I might also put them in something like a TWSBI Eco, which is also really easy to clean. And with the advantage with the Eco would be being able to see that beautiful shimmer sort of floating around in the ink in the pen. And then lastly, I couldn't show Endless inks without showing it on some Endless Regalia paper. So here is the, this is from the creator block. You can see that Endless, you got the Magic Peach Fuzz here is actually feathered quite a lot. On those papers like the Rodeos and particularly the Tomo River, it looks quite okay. Like here's the Rodeo again, and we don't get a whole lot of, we get some feathering. You can kind of see it. So this isn't, for me, this is the weakest of the four inks of the set. I think the others perform relatively well. The contrasts are good. The colors are nicely saturated. But yeah, you do get a little bit of feathering there on Magic Peach Fuzz. But Dreams of Atlantis looks really nice, as does Obsidian Sun and Candy Sea and Toffee there. So for this little color comparison, what I've done is I've just pulled up a couple of colors that are not necessarily the exact match, but we'll put each of these into some sort of context. So for Dreams of Atlantis, what I pulled up is Robert Oster, Sydney Darling Harbour. There's some similarities. It's a little more tealy blue than the Robert Oster, and it sheens a bit more, and obviously the shimmer, but that's where it sits in the color world. Not like a super green like the Taipei Metro Ink Institute ink here, which is much more sort of vibrant tealy green. It's a very muted tealy green. Now with Magic Peach Fuzz, this is a fairly vibrant orange, and I've just put it alongside Gruntled Guava from Diamond, which was a Cult Pens exclusive. It's that same sort of vibrant, but still sort of muted. You can see if I bring them up nice and close, that little hint of the lighter shading there on the side, it matches quite closely. So that's a good sort of color match to give you an idea of where that one sits. For Obsidian Sun, I've got Lamy Crystal Obsidian because I love this ink, but you can see it's a much greener black than the Endless, and then a straight up Lamy black, where you can see that the Endless is just a touch grayer and obviously has a bit more gloss, and obviously the shimmer as well. And then for Candy Sea and Toffee, I've got the Ackerman Shocking Blue, which is their number 5, one of my favorite blue sheening, red sheening inks. And then I've got the original Candy Sea here from Endless. You can see, obviously, the same base color, same sheen, but with that added shimmer. So that was the 4 inks there of the Endless Alchemy Stardust ink set. Alchemy being their ink line and the Stardust being their shimmer inks. We've got Dreams of Atlantis, Magic Peach Fuzz, Obsidian Sun, and Candy Sea and Toffee. As I said, you can get these from Pulp Addiction. I will link to their website down below. They're also available at a number of other retailers internationally. But a big thank you to Pulp Addiction for providing the samples of these inks for me to show you all. So please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all that kind of stuff. It all helps the algorithm and helps me to continue to make videos for you. If you've got a way you'd like to support the channel, I would really love to hear from you. It's your support, both by watching and in other ways, that makes this channel possible. In the meantime, enjoy your inks, enjoy writing, and I'll talk to you soon.